Hey team, welcome to your Yoga Flow. This is volume 2, and in this volume we're going to be doing and working with a little bit of breath work, mindfulness, and we always start with a preparatory flow that we do not hold. We just go through a dynamic range of motion, and then we get into the main flow. To start off today, to help you with your mindfulness, we're going to do 2 rounds of box breathing. And real quick explanation, you're going to inhale for 5 seconds. That's the first side of the box. Hold for 5 seconds. That's the top of the box. Exhale for 5 seconds. That's the other side of the box. And then hold for 5 seconds. And then we'll do that twice through. It's a good way to start to connect to your breath, feel where it's at in the body, and kind of divert or disconnect from thinking that you are your thoughts and feel more that you're observing. So you kind of shake it on out. First side of the box, 5-second inhale, and we begin. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. And release. So you can always come back to that feeling of just paying attention to the breath while you're moving. We are going to start off in a tabletop position. This is your preparatory flow, just to kind of get you warmed up for the super main event, which is the main flow. Tabletop position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to go through each motion about 3 times. Pick up the right leg and you're going to make a circle with the hip all the way back to the center, and then just drop it over, laying completely flat. Keep this knee nice and relaxed, and then come back over to reset 2 more times. So big circle outside, go for a full range of motion, draw it towards the center. Then let the right leg be heavy, bend the right knee as it always should be, and then just drop and completely relax. So I'm not straightening my left leg, I'm just dropping and shifting the weight. 1 more time, back to tabletop. Circle the hip to the outside. Go for that full range of motion. Keep your shoulders kind of square. Squeeze the core. Right leg will pick up and over. And then just let the right leg get heavy. It'll just drop you right to the other side. And then come back to center. Back to tabletop. We'll take some moving cat and cow. So drop the hips back towards the heels. You can add a little breath pattern to this. Sending the hips back as you arch. 2 more. Inhale on the way back. Exhale as you contract. Last one, inhale. Feeling the spine, feeling the breath. See where it's at in the body. Finish in neutral spine. Slide the shoulders down the back. Left leg, left knee is going to pick up this time, and then you're going to make a big circle to the outside. Draw the knee towards the center. Pick it up, let the leg get heavy, and then just drop. Transfer, you can even roll all the way to the other bum. Come back to center. Tabletop, circle, outside. Squeeze, pick up, and then just drop. Being mindful of where your breath is at, if it's at the nose, if it's in the chest. Bonus points if you can get it down to the belly. Big circle, center, open, drop. Transfer a little bit, come back to tabletop position. This time we're going to circle the hips to the right 3 times, going through child's pose into tabletop. You can swing and arc, so I'm scooping as I go back. As you go forward, open up the chest a little bit. Last one. This is going to get the hips, obviously the shoulders, the rib cage. Swing it back and around. You can inhale as your chest opens up. Exhale as you scoop and round. 1 more. And let's see if you can breathe through the nose. And exhale through the nose, maybe a little Darth Vader breath. You can constrict the throat slightly. Send your arms slightly in front of the shoulders. We're going to move on to the next section. As you inhale, send the right leg back and let it trace your body back. And then as you exhale, right knee outside, right pinky, and then just drop all the way down. And then push, send it back. So you're just going for this range of movement. You can start by putting the foot down, then the knee. And then I just let my left hip press forward as I drop. And then push. Last one. Inhale. Outside. Let the hip track. And then as you exhale, just lower all the way down. Back to center. Other side, so left leg, extend. Notice it's kind of pulling back. And then as it comes in, squeeze the core, squeeze the side obliques. You can start by putting the foot down, then the knee. Option to stay right here, or you just come all the way down. Squeeze the core, push up. Hips up and then back. 2 more. Kind of opening up the hips so you can external hip rotation and you're pressing the right hip forward for a little hip extension. Shoulders are down the back body. Send it back as if someone's pulling leg back. In, knee, and then lower all the way down. Squeeze the core, push straight up. Finish in a tabletop position. Walk your hands back towards your knees, about hip width or shoulder width distance with the knees. Drop your bum, your seat. I keep on acting like I'm from England. Drop your bum right between your heels, wide. Fingertip the floor, and then you can go to your range of motion or option to drop all the way down to the forearms. Press up to the palms, fingertips. Press the hips up, take a big inhale. Mini back bend. So very shallow back bend at the top. You might go here, or you might drop all the way down, sending it back 2 more times. Imagine you're pulling your shoulders away from the tips of your knees. Then back to the palms. Shins, reaching up, big inhale. And I'm not really even doing a back bend, I'm more reaching up. I'm feeling length in the spine, feel the palms, the fingers, drop the hips, send everything back. Back up, take a big inhale. As you exhale, fingertip the floor, palm it, hands shoulder width apart, knees probably about hip width apart because we're going right into downward facing dog. We're going to do 3 of these, alternating right knee and left knee. You're going to articulate and then drop the right knee and then back to down dog. Articulate, drop the left knee, rolling through from the ball of the foot, tiptoe to the top of the outside of the foot. Roll through, so I'm going from the ball to the tiptoe to the outside, or top of my foot rather. A little bit of a arch at the top. Last set. And I really want you to take time to kind of feel the feet and what kind of state they're in. Maybe splay the toes open. A lot of muscles and nerve endings in the feet and the hands. So find that connection. Look between the hands, walk the feet between the hands. Capture opposite elbow and just sway side to side for a second. Let it go, roll it all the way up. We're gonna work on a little bit of thoracic rotation and then get right into the main flow with 1 vinyasa. Keep your feet hip width apart. Right arm's gonna start. You're gonna capture the left hip with the left hand and imagine pulling it forward. Going from right side to left side, you start the swing it back. The other hand, the opposite hand, is pulling the hip forward so you get a little more rotation. It'll help quiet the hips. So you want a mobile waist. And in this section, stable hips. Finish in the center, toes together, heels slightly apart. We're gonna do 1 vinyasa, option to do cobra or up dog. I'm choosing a cobra for today. Take a big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. High push up, drop both knees, flip to the tops of the feet. Option to do an upward dog or lower, all the way down to the belly with me. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, drop down. tuck back toes, plank position, downward dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. You can do another ragdoll or drop down into child's pose. I'm going to turn up these beats a little bit. We're going into the main flow now. So deep breath into the belly, the rib cage of the chest, whether you're in ragdoll or in child's pose. We're going to go through each of the sections 3 times, holding the highlighted asana on the 4th round. If you're in child's pose or you're in ragdoll, walk your hands out. Child's pose, come into downward dog. Pedal the knees left and right. We are going to start with the right leg. Right leg's going to swoop up, take a big inhale, coming into scorpion. As you exhale, come from the side into tiger curl, right knee to right tricep.